Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. So this isn't like, I guess this is a vlog, um but I'm only gonna be in my car and talking to you guys. So I had got a really good load, you guys. I hate when this happens. This is the first time this has happened to me, but I've heard truck drivers talk about this all the time, mainly like getting breakdowns. So my truck didn't break down, but I'll tell you guys what happened. So it's been about a week since my um engine light has been on in my truck. And, I'm supposed to be going home on the 8th. Today is the 6th. So I was just going to push it out, you guys, run it up as much as I can until I get back from being home. And then I was going to take it into the shop. Okay? That was my plan. Sipping on some French vanilla. I love this, you guys. So yesterday, which would be the 5th, um, it was time for my truck to do the regen. So if you have a Cascadia Freightliner, you know that maybe all trucks do it, but it's something called the regen where the truck basically is getting rid of the soot out of the exhaust. I hope I'm saying that right. So I woke up early yesterday because I had a load from Atlanta, Georgia to Plant City, Florida. That was going to be some really good money. That was going to be about $450. $450 load. And before any owner operators respond to this video and be like, $450? That's change. That is scraps. That is pennies. You guys, I'm not an owner operator. So as a company driver, a $450 run where it's going in my pocket, that is really good, especially for it to be one run. So, and it was probably going to be over that because I had deadhead miles where I was coming from Charlotte, North Carolina, then going to Atlanta. So that would have been the deadhead miles. And then from Atlanta to Plant City, Florida. So I get paid deadhead and line hauls. So that probably would have been about $500 to $600. But anyways, really good load. So I woke up at about 5 in the morning yesterday. Yesterday on the 5th, I woke up at like 5 in the morning. And I was just gonna, get on the road, get down to Atlanta, get live loaded, and then shoot down to Plant City, Florida. I would have been getting there today, making it perfectly in time for my appointments. Well, my truck had other ideas. So usually whenever I park at a rest area, I keep my truck in optimized idle, and that way if the truck wants to do a regen while I sleep, then perfectly fine. And a lot of times it has done that. When I'm asleep, it'll just do the regen itself. But last night I decided I wanted to keep my truck off, and it was pretty hot outside. Like, it was pretty warm in Charlotte yesterday. I don't know what that was about. But I managed to keep my truck off for the entire night. I probably should have left it on. So I'm talking about the night of the 4th. Um, so of course there was no regen because the truck was off. But when I woke up on the 5th, at like 5 in the morning before I got ready to get ready to go and head to Atlanta, if the truck would have notified me that it needed a regen before I left, and I know you guys, I'm still learning. So basically, if the truck doesn't ask for a regen, I just don't worry about it. That's kind of how it's supposed to go. But being that I know that I didn't have a regen that night, I probably should have turned on my truck and let it run for at least an hour before I left, right? Well, I didn't. So I went ahead and did my pre-trip, pulled up the route, and headed to Atlanta. So I say about 50 miles into my trip, and the trip was about 286 miles. from Charlotte to Atlanta. So 50 miles in, my region light comes on and it's telling me that I need to do a parked region because it's attempting to do a region while the vehicle is in motion, but it's not able to do that because the engine light is on. So I'm thinking, oh Lord, right? So I finally see like a ramp that I can pull off on. So I pull off on the ramp and it says that I'm able to do the parked region. So what I do is I park my vehicle, pull out my brakes, um, and put my truck in neutral, and then I try to do the park region. So at first it seems like it's working. So it says press OK to start the region. So I pressed OK, and then you hear the truck. If you have a Cascadia, you know when it's starting to go through that regen process because the RPM starts to increase. Sometimes the truck starts to shake a little bit. You just know. So I knew it was going through the regen. So y'all, I was on the side of that ramp for about 25 to 30 minutes. I started doing me a workout and everything, you guys. So I'm thinking, usually a regen usually does take about 20 to 30 minutes. So I'm thinking like, okay, everything is going fine. It's been about 20 to 30 minutes. It's still in regen mode. I shouldn't have that much longer to go, right? So the RPM finally decreases and the truck settles out. So I'm thinking the regen has been complete. I look at my dash and the regen light is still on, and now it's saying that it's unable to do the regen. The soot levels are almost full. So you guys, I don't panic because I've been taught not to panic, and I just do not panic in situations because it only makes things worse every single time. So I'm just like, oh my freaking gosh, let me try it again. So I do the thing again, press OK to do the parked region again, and scam likely. Nope. Do the park region again. So someone called, and I don't know if that cut off my audio, so I just started a second part of this video. But I do the region again, and it's saying the same freaking thing. The soot levels are almost full. I need to do a region. The soot levels are almost full. At this point, the region light is still on. It's solid. It's blinking. It's like my truck is just like, it needs to do a region. The soot levels are almost full. So I just went ahead and notified my fleet manager of what was going on and told them that I needed to get to the Atlanta terminal and turn my truck in. I had an empty on me at the time too, so I had to go to the place where we drop our trailers, and then I had to come to the facility. So, y'all, 250 miles later, I did make it to drop my empty. Then I made it to the terminal here to turn in my truck, you guys. Of course, when I let my fleet manager know. So when I got up at 5 a.m., it said I was gonna get to the shipper at about 10:15. That was perfect because my appointment was at 12. A little bit earlier, they go ahead and get my truck in there, get it loaded, and I'm out by the time my appointment was set to start. That way I'll be early getting to my appointment in Plant City, Florida. It's the way that I planned everything out. That's usually how I like to plan my trips. But by the time I done did the region, I had to pull over, all that stuff, it said I wouldn't be there till 11:20 something. So anyways, of course, the fleet manager had to remove the load off of me and assign it to somebody else. So you guys, I was butthurt because that was a really good load, a really good load. And I'm starting to like going down to Florida. I lived in Florida for 3 years in Miami, but Plant City, Florida is not down in Miami. It's about around Tampa area, Brandon, Florida area. So I was kind of happy, you guys. I was like, okay, I'm going down to Florida, plus the money, plus the scenery, plus just the time driving and just being able to think. I'm just growing to love it more and more, just being a trucker. So I was really happy and ecstatic about that load, you guys. So it really hurt me to see it get taken off of me. But I already knew it was going to happen. So I wasn't like, oh my gosh, or anything. So once I finally got here, I turned my truck in at the terminal. They told me it wouldn't be done until tomorrow. They told me that yesterday, so that would be today. But then I spoke with the mechanic who's working on my truck, and he's like, yeah, it's still not done, and he can't give me an ETA of when it's going to be done. So I'm like, Lord, I slept in my car last night because although the company I work for, all I have to do is notify my fleet manager, and they can put me in a hotel. I would have to share the hotel with somebody else, and even though I've done it before, like I've done it when I was in training and stuff, and it wasn't really bad at all. It's just something about having to share a room with somebody, and then you have to sign in every day, so you're pretty much stuck at the hotel. You can't really go about, like, I'm in trucking because I like freedom. I don't like to feel like I'm strapped down. I don't like to feel like I'm being micromanaged. I don't like to feel like I'm under a freaking microscope. So if I stay in the hotel, then that means that I have to come downstairs every day, check in. I have to share the hotel room with another person. I can't go out of town and go see family or anything like that. I'm just stuck. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stay in my car. So I do have my car at this terminal, so everything went great. Last night I slept pretty well. If you can see, I have my cover back there and my pillow. I have a shade to go in the front of my car, and I have this really nice area. Plus, it's in the terminal parking lot, so it's very secure. They have security and stuff like that. So it was very good. It did get a little chilly. I just turned my car on, turned the heater on, you guys, for about 15-20 minutes, turned it back off, and I was toasting in here, okay? So it was amazing. I slept pretty good in here. Fingers crossed I don't have to do it again tonight, so that my truck is out, so that I can at least go do one more load before I take my home time, which is set to start on the 8th, which is in 2 days. So if they keep me at this terminal long enough, I'm about to just go home tomorrow, because there's no point in just staying when my truck is going to be in the shop for a couple days. I could just go home, take my home time, come back and get my truck when I get back, like, period. So that has been the events that has transpired, you guys, with me. So I got my first experience of losing an amazing load due to my freaking truck issues, okay? And you guys, when my engine light first came on, I did try to get in contact with somebody, like, but I was just like, bro, like, I give up because they would not answer the phone. I'm like, I could just keep on making money, and that's what I did. I made a lot of money until this happened. So I made a lot of money. My check this week was really, really nice. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay? More money than I ever made on a job. Okay? And I've had some really good jobs. I worked in banking before. So that's that. But you guys, I just thought I wanted to come on here and share this little experience with you. I guess this is a vlog because I'm recording, right? So just one of them days, you guys. Just one of them days. All right, you guys, I will catch you guys in my next video. If you haven't checked out my last videos, go check out my last videos, you guys. I got a cook with me. I got a vlog. Y'all, I'm supposed to be uploading this weekly vlog, but as I was looking at the clips, I'm like, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I might just delete all them clips and start a fresh new vlog once I finally get back into my truck. So that's it for now, you guys. I'll catch you guys later.